just better off not being here. And then how do you tell people that? Because then they say, oh, whenever something happens with someone, you always like, you're just baiting people. You're just, no one knows because you know, I just want to feel alright. I just want to be okay, but I can't. And I can't talk to anyone about it because it's so painful. And they wouldn't understand. And I can't come to the internet because it's something personal. And if I do that, it makes things worse. If people think I'm okay, my brother is dead. I can't bring him back. And all I wanted was to be loved. And nobody understands just how bad it is, because me and my brother, we did everything together. We did everything together. And then now I have to live without my brother. And it's all of these cruel jokes, like, you know, you go and you have a good time. And these are free events. It's not like when I go, I'm really having a good time, because in the back of my mind, you know, I have to think I survived a carjacking, even though I really wished it was me. And everyone said the wrong sibling died. And then I believe it. And then it creeps in my... No one knows how badly I'm hurting because I have to keep it together. And then when something happens, and then my brain is all jacked up. Oh, you're just, you know, how do I say? Oh, you're just upset because someone is like not talking to you, and you're just doing it for attention. That part of your brain never goes away. It doesn't go away. And sometimes, you know, I'm not at the point where I would harm myself. But, you know, it's too much. And I'm not going to harm myself. Don't worry. Because, you know, then my mom's messaging me. Then my mom freaks out. It's just, nobody really cares. You know? How do you process? My brother hasn't even been married, and it's been a whole freaking year, all because, you know, it sucks. Hold on, guys. And thank you if you did start a GoFundMe for me. I don't think people would donate. You know, my family, they gave me $300 at the funeral, which I bought pajamas. I bought my mom pajamas. I bought her slippers. I bought her things we needed because I didn't have any clothes. People seems to forget all my clothes went with the car. All of my valuables, my Switch, my Chrome computer went, my tripod that I got on sale, which was a really nice tripod that everyone was promoting when it was on sale. My mom's iPhone that was given to her by my brother for Christmas. All of these things were gone in the car. My brother's cell phone is gone. You know what's crazy? I had no pictures whatsoever of my brother in my phone because my brother didn't like to have pictures, I guess, of him on my phone. And So that's basically what happened, and because of that, because he didn't like, I don't know, he took pictures with other people, but with me, it was different. I didn't have any pictures, and what's crazy is I had to ask his friends for pictures because I didn't have no pictures. Somebody's getting it. But anyways, and it's so crazy because there's one picture that was at my grandma's house of me and him side by side, and he's little. This was when he was in elementary school. I don't have, except like when I was filming the cars at car shows, and I had one where he was recording the cars as they were leaving, or I was recording the cars as they were leaving, and I got a glimpse of him, and that's all. Like, people really are cruel. They tell me things. They tell me like, oh, what did they say? You asked for it. I asked for gun violence. Like, that literally makes no sense. And it's not because the comments are getting to me. It sucks when you're going through something, and like, I'm not out here trying to make all these friends and have this whole large circle group of friends. That's why when something happens with somebody, I don't have nobody to lean on or to talk to, or and it sucks. And then how do you want to tell people that, or how do you tell people that you're in that dark space of like, oh, I don't want to harm myself, but these are the thoughts that I'm having. And then it doesn't turn into, oh, it's because of the situation that you're having. Like, God forbid I make a GoFundMe to buy a house. I can't even enjoy life anymore. It's like a part of me was ripped out. It's like thrown on the ground and stomped on. The last thing that I have, the last memory, the last memory I have of my brother, and it sucks. I had to watch him die in front of me, and nobody cared. Nobody cares. They just shit on me. They hate my guts. That's why it's so easy to leave. And I'm the one that's stuck here hurting. No one knows what it's like. Because they make jokes. And it's horrible. I saw the pictures that someone made of my brother's eye popping out, and I was like, how cruel could people be? And if I report it, it's always like, oh, there's no violations found, and then people take advantage and say, oh, harm yourself. Like, I'm not gonna hurt myself, but I'm having a hard time, and I'm trying to pick myself up, but it's hard. And a part of me, it's like my heart is like ripped up, and I wanted to run away. I did. I wanted to just run somewhere to not come back. You know, I was like, well, I don't know where I'm going to go. Just leave my stuff and just disappear. And people be like, well, what happened to her? You know, because it was just too much. And I get it. Everyone's like, you're strong. You went through all of this. You healed, you know. Well, not healed, but, you know, you went through all of this stuff. You got through it. I'm like, yeah, but I keep getting hurt. And it's easy for people because, you know, well, you know, she gets it anyways. So we'll just pile on. It's like a normal Tuesday for people. Well, if you just get a job. If I just get a job, I'll just break down in the middle of my job and just start crying because, man, wow. Like, you know, I have major depression and PTSD, and I function at a job just fine. Well, that's you. Like, why are we doing what is it? I don't want to say disability Olympics. You know what I mean? Like the oppression Olympics or whatever it's called. Who has it worse than who? And I can function. Like, I didn't ask who can function at a job with PTSD. That's you. That's not me. Like, I don't have very many friends to talk to. And when something happens to my friends, there that goes. The only person I have is my mom. And I hate when people say, well, you have your mom. I know I have my mom. But when my mom goes, then who do I have? Because my mom is getting old. There's a health scare, okay? Her nodules, she's got a enlarged nodule where her thyroids are for the thyroid problems. They're running some tests to see what that is. I looked it up. Now, I know if it was cancer, they would have told her it's a possibility it's cancer. But I looked it up, and they said it could be a form of cancer, which I know it's not cancer because they would have told her it was a possibility so she could prepare. But whatever it is scary because you never know. My mom has asthma. My mom has all these health problems. I'm trying to get us a place. It seems like we're always getting pushed back. It seems like we're always having some excuse, like nobody really wants to help us. I just, you know, my stress is getting to the point where it's literally causing me health problems. And I'm freaking out because I'm having that catastrophized thought again. Like I'm catastrophe thinking, you know, oh, I'm going to pass away alone. My mom's going to go and then I'm not going to have anybody. That's my thought process, is I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life. I'm not going to have anybody. You know, that's my thought process, and I'm trying to rethink that because I go to therapy, but, you know, some stuff happened, and it's like I was supposed to get up and be okay in a matter of like a couple of days. I'm beaten down to the point where I just want to rest for a whole week. My mental is like, you know, and I'm crying every day. I wanted to lay on the floor and cry because my heart was so broken. I couldn't even get up. And I can't even explain because, you know, it's a personal thing. And even me just doing this, they would probably be like, you know what, you're just doing this for attention. And it sucks because my brother, no, people lie, and I just had to let them lie because I'm so exhausted in trying to defend myself, saying like, oh, your brother's been sitting there for a year and he's no longer, they dumped him. Like, no, how many times do I have to say, the lady that I'm in contact with, her son went to high school with my brother. She is holding on to my brother until we can bury him. I shouldn't have to apologize for it being a year because I don't got $4,000 to literally fork over to pay to bury my brother. When people say, oh, you're going shopping, you're doing this, okay, well, I guess I won't have any clothes. I guess I won't have any pajamas. I had no clothes whatsoever. The only thing that I had was a shirt and some paper pants, that because they took my pants off me, by the way. They said any article of clothing that had blood on it, they were going to take it. Thankfully, my shirt didn't have blood. They gave me this paper pant thing, and that's all I had until my aunt and uncle took me to get some clothes at the thrift store, which I only had 3 pairs of pants. That's all I have. My clothes are buried in a bunch of piles of stuff in storage. My storage is not paid. It's overdue. It was due today and I could not pay it because I'm going to have to pay it late when I get paid from Temu. My mom is stuck at a shelter, you know. And then people say, well, you're going to have a good time at free events to take my mind off of things. I'm not paying for anything. When I go somewhere, when people say, oh, when people saw me at the casino, I was not spending money it was not my money. Someone offered to give money for the casino. That was not my money. Like, when I go out and buy things, it's things that I need. Like body wash or like hand sanitizer, because I carry hand sanitizer with me everywhere. Like, I'm buying the things that I need. I'm not spending it frivolously because I want to. You know, yeah, maybe I want to dress and look nice, whatever the case may be, but I'm struggling. I'm really struggling, and I know everyone's going through it, and I'm not trying to say nobody's going through it, and I'm sorry I'm not reading the comments, but yeah. And then for people to turn around, have the nerve to lie and say, well, it must be nice that you spent the GoFundMe money. Show actual receipts that I spent money from GoFundMe, because I can pull up where the money came from on my PayPal, from the transactions to the transactions of me getting paid from TikTok. Nowhere did any money that I spend ever came from GoFundMe, because I did not have access to it. I don't know how many times I have to tell you. All I have to do is make one call to GoFundMe and have them fork over all the emails that proves that they closed that GoFundMe because they couldn't get a hold of my brother's friend. Let's not lie, because that's defamation and libel and slander. And you know, excuse me, that's 100% not true. You sit here and you lie and you tell all these lies like, oh, she spent the GoFundMe money, and then, you know, like Karina Santori, who is literally a Trump supporter, mad, saying that I did not talk about her cat, by the way. I said, what if she was lying about her cat to scam people out of GoFundMe? Because that's literally what I said. Because if she wants to sit here and say my GoFundMe is a scam and she doesn't even know me, and then says, well, I donated to her and then I find out it's a scam. Girl, you got scammed believing these other people, and then you expect me not to come at you for your GoFundMe, and you expect me after what you did to me, and then you sit here and make a whole 10-minute video not only not helping but piling on top of me when I'm having mental health issues. Like, it's like that's okay. Like, oh, let me just continue. You pick random fights with people. Let me tell you something. Karina, however you say her name, she picks random people to start beef with because she's irrelevant and her ASMR isn't doing that good. To be honest with you, she used to be the queen of ASMR, but you're a Trump supporter. You're literally a transphobe. You literally tweeted on Twitter. You know why her Twitter is taken down? Because it was true what everyone was saying. Because if everyone was lying about her Twitter, she wouldn't have deactivated it. She deactivated her Twitter. She's a whole Trump supporter. This is crazy. And you make a whole 10-minute video on me because I'm addressing you, asking you to leave me alone. You're a stalker. You literally are looking at my stories. I'm not even talking about you. And for some reason you stalk. You want people to talk about you. You want this drama. And it's so weird that everyone applauds her and defends her. But then she's a whole Trump supporter, so I guess you're hypocrites. So do you defend pedophiles? Are you also one of them? Are you a Trump supporter? And then you sit in the comment section telling people, well, you know, there's things out there. It's fabricated stuff. I'm to the point where I'm exhausted. I cannot be addressing other things when my brother has to get buried and then telling me, well, maybe if you got a job, your brother would be buried. There's no way I'm going to make $4,000 in a year. It'll take me 10 years to even, it'll probably take me 4 years, maybe more than that, just to even save up $4,000. Because if I'm working, then that means the money has to go to pay for me to get a place to live. I don't understand why people think I'm just going to make $4,000 one go and that's it. How is it that racist people or people that unalive someone get millions of dollars right away? Or like Chud the Builder, he literally got 100,000, but me asking for a safe space, no. And I'm thankful if people try to help, right? That's not my whole point. But no one really understands just how hard it is. I get it. Everyone's going through something. But when you pile on top of me and you spread all these fake rumors, I just have to let them suffice. And in reality, I don't have money for a lawyer to fight. Because if I had money for a lawyer, I would easily win that case about spending money from the GoFundMe, because people got refunded. You know that, right? They gave their money back, and I didn't even have access to it. I didn't have the password. I didn't have anything. My brother's friend had the password to the GoFundMe. So that is literally what's happening. That's literally what's going on. And I can talk to you while I walk, because it's getting late. I gotta go. I'm just telling you guys like it is. I'm just saying it like it is, to be truthfully honest with you, right? It sucks. People think oh, he's not buried, she doesn't care. How would you know if I don't care or I do? Do you think $4,000 is just gonna fall from the sky? Because it's not, and I'm probably gonna get heartburn. I ate a hot dog too, and I made some homemade fries. Man, those went quick, because I had some left over and everybody liked them. Anyways, I'm in chef mode. I'm just trying to process and heal, and it's so hard when I'm reminded my brother's not buried because I don't got the money. And then people say, well, if you just got a job, that would make your life easier. No, it would make me more depressed. And someone did mention that, and people literally just jumped on them. Just jumped on them. And whenever someone defends me, oh, you're a pedophile defender. Where did I ever say that I liked underage people? You put words into me, oh, well, there's videos out there. There's proof. And I'm just bro, I am so exhausted. I'm not even going to sit here and fight you. I'm done. I'm not even, that's the least of my worries. My mom's stuck at a shelter. I need to get us a place to live. I need my brother buried. I'm not fighting stupid allegations from 8 years ago, because people don't learn how to let it go. It's so crazy. 8 years ago, and then here's the thing, here's the thing for me. You're a predator, but it says follow back. What? You literally call me a predator, but then it says follow back. Could have fooled me. Then why didn't you block me? There's a block button for a reason. I don't know, even just this whole talk. Now I'm starting, I already know my stress. So now I'm in pain. My chest is hurting, and I know why, because of the stress, because I was freaking out earlier. But what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to be this perfect person to be okay? Whoa, what the hell? That truck tried to run me over. I almost got hit by a truck. Stupid asshole. Excuse my language. He tried to hit me on purpose. And I knew he was too, because that's why I waited. I said, watch, he's going to try to hit me. Tried to kill me. Because he even turned the corner real fast. Or he turned real fast. And that's another thing. I got to stop that thinking, because that's what was going to happen. That's my thought process, is like, I'm going to get hit by a car, and I shouldn't think like that, because then you kind of speak it into existence. But yeah, that's why I stopped, because I knew he was. You could clearly see me. I'm not in all black. That would have been a hospital visit. That would have been... I had the right of way too. Buddy, you would have had to pay up. Anyways, you know, hold on, y'all. I'm just freaking out. Now my breathing and kind of like my chest is starting to hurt. That's because of the stress. But anyways, plus I almost got hit by a truck. Jeez. And they would too. I just gotta be careful. But anyways, you know, that thought process doesn't go away. You know what I mean? Yeah, right? I'm like, I have major depression, and I'm trying to work on that. Herbie, I seen that a lot at the car meets. That beetle, Herbie, because it has like the 53, you know, like Herbie. But anyways, my mom always says that every time she sees it too, Herbie, because I know a lot of these cars from the car meets. Some of those are my brother's friends. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Yeah, you know, it's crazy. Like, my major depression, that thought does not go away. Like, I'm trying to be like a person that is perfect with no issues. That's not the case, because nobody's perfect, right? Like Miley Cyrus says. But that's how I feel. Like, people treat me like I'm supposed to be this person with no flaws. I'm supposed to be perfect. And I do have flaws. And I do make mistakes. But, you know, you can't make mistakes. You make mistakes. You know, I beat myself up now every time I make a mistake or something happens. And here I am analyzing it the whole, like, it's not even good. That's why my health is declining. Because of the overthinking, because of the I don't know if it's rationalizing. I don't know what you could call it, but I'm freaking out because my mom said, don't even think about me not being here. And I said, yeah, Mom, but that's kind of hard. When my mom goes, that's it. It's just me by myself. Unless I do find someone, which I doubt. I don't know. I don't even want to think about that. I'm not even going. Anyways, yeah. So, and this is partially the reason why I don't go live, is because I'm always sad, always depressed, always down, and I don't want to keep coming on live crying. But what am I supposed to do? Like, I can't just pretend like I'm okay. I'm not okay. You know? Like, I'm not okay. I no matter how many times I tell myself it's gonna be okay, like, you're okay, I'm not. and I had to be honest. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna have to go. Man, I'm in so much pain, and that's scary. I knew it was coming. That's why I stopped, because I knew they was gonna try to hit me, and if I had kept going instead of stopped, I would have got hit by that truck. That person's intentions was to kill me. Like, you can't tell me otherwise because of the threats I've been getting a lot. But anyways, have a good day or night where you guys are. I'll see you guys later. I gotta go get a drink and try not to freak out. But have a good day or night where you guys are, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.